Welcome back, YouTube. We're here on Sunday, the 22nd November 2020. Saturday night's main event is in 27 days. And here's the thing. When we go to Saturday night's main event, we're also going to Starcade as well. Yep. Okay, we start the show off with Ace Austin in an interview, and he says, I've heard a lot of talk lately about guys who quote unquote built this business. And one name keeps coming to this company and trying to tear what I'm over here trying to build, what others are here trying to build. And that man is Kevin Nash. And we know it all. You're just here to get your nostalgia fix. And while you can, because I've got some bad news for you. Kevin Nash, you ain't that guy anymore. Nah, what we got today is a washed up, over the hill, knee brace wearing has-been who can barely walk to the ring without blowing out a quad. See, Nash, back in the day, you may have been a big deal. You were the muscle behind the NWA. You played politics better than almost anyone. And yeah, you made a lot of money doing a whole lot of nothing, but now you're just another slow, clumsy, dumb giant who thinks he can still hang with the best of the best. Newsflash, you're looking at the future professional wrestling, and buddy, you ain't in it. I know you're back there, probably counting paychecks and stuff. But I got an idea. How about you actually step out here tonight and prove that you deserve it here? Because you know what? I'm starting to think that you are hiding, that you're a scared person. So tonight, Kevin Nash, if you're not scared, show up. Eric Bischoff comes out and cuts a promo in which he says that it is official. Robert Roode and Nick Aldis will go one-on-one against one another at Starcade. Brian Pillman Jr. is actually not the one who came out here, who he faced tonight, though. And somehow Kevin Nash defeated Brian Pillman, even though I said not to. Ace Austin defeated Eric Young with an Aces High. And then Robert Roode defeated James Storm for a 63. And gained up our popularity in 18 regions. Oh. There's a video featuring a Cam. And then Ace Austin cuts another promo on Kevin Nash. Panta El M cuts a promo on Eric Rowan. Nick Aldis comes out with the NWA World title and cuts a promo on Eric Bischoff and Robert Roode. Eric Rowan defeated Penta for a 43. And then Ace Austin defeated Kevin Nash for a 52. Robert Roode defeated Trevor Murdoch for a 44. Oh, whoops. Ooh, 18 regions. We grew in. Yeah. Okay, there's a video featuring Rizar. Eli Drake comes out and talks to the crowd about, just a bunch of stuff. Aaron Stevens and the question mark cut promos. Kim has a video package again. Marshall Von Erich defeated Eric Rowan for a 45, which was not bad. Kenzie Page versus Camille. Camille defeated Kenzie Page with a spear for a 24. And then Robert Roode and James Storm versus Carly Colon and Nick Aldis. Carly Colon and Nick Aldis defeated Robert Roode and James Storm. Got a 54, so that wasn't so bad. The show got us to 43 and we increased our popularity in 18 regions. Ace Austin comes out and says that he is the future of the NWA because he is young, hungry, and an upcoming star. It got the crowd hotter, so might be some truth there. Eli Drake cut a promo about merchandising. Jamie Hayter defeated Ashley Vox with the Falcon Arrow for a 41. Not bad, but they didn't click good. Now, RVD defeated Carly Cullen to make defense number 5 of the NWA World Television title for a 39. Rezar has a video package, and the focus was on Rezar. Nick Aldis defeated Kevin Nash with a Tormentum to make defense number 3 of the NWA World's Heavyweight title. And first we saw Robert Roode attack Nick Aldis, and then it led to a brawl between the two. 18 regions. Yeah. Guess we're stripping him of the title. 25 grand down the toilet. It says 25 in the Great Lakes, 27 in Mid-South and Midwest, 27 in Northwest, 27 in the Tri-State, 31 in the Southwest, 9 in Alberta, 9 in British Columbia. Not bad. Okay, we start the show off with Robert Roode backstage. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, or David Marquez says, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the challenger for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at Starrcade, the glorious Robert Roode. And anyhow, he says some more stuff. Anyhow, Robert Roode grabs or is there and he says, David, let me make one thing very clear. I'm not just prepared for these matches. I was born for these matches. For too long, people have been calling Nick Aldis the greatest NWA champion of the modern era. They talk about his legacy, his dominance, and his so-called untouchable reign. But you know what, David? Every reign has an end. And that end comes at Starrcade. But before we even get there, we have tonight, Saturday night's main event. Nick, you're walking into that ring believing that because the title isn't on the line, you've got nothing to lose. But I promise you, after tonight, you will lose something. You'll lose that confidence, that aura of invincibility. You'll lose that sense of security. Because after I beat you in the ring tonight, the entire world will know what's coming at Starrcade, and that's me standing over you with my hand raised holding the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And then David Marquez says, Nick Aldis is no stranger to tough competition. He's managed to defeat some of the biggest names in professional wrestling. What makes you different, Robert Roode? He says, what makes me different? Everything. I've got the experience, I've got the skill, and most of all, I've got the hunger. See, I've spent years being labeled as underrated, as someone who should have been the guy a long time ago. Well, guess what? My time is now, Nick. You can keep talking about legacy all you want, but when that bell rings, I don't care about your past. I care about my future, and my future is glorious. So, Nick, enjoy tonight while you can, because after I embarrass you in that ring, I'll see you at Starrcade, where history will be made, and I will become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And then Nick Aldis is backstage in an interview. And, Robert Roode, you are no different. You want to talk about being underrated. You want to talk about hunger. That's cute, but here's the difference between me and you. But here's the difference between you and me. While you've spent years complaining about not getting your due, I went out and took it. I've traveled the world, defended this championship in every major territory, and proved that I'm not just a champion, but the champion. Roode thinks one little non-title match is going to change the course of history. Let me tell you something, Roode. I don't get shaken. I don't get rattled by some guy trying to reclaim his past glory. I don't need a flashy robe. I don't need an over-the-top entrance song to make people take me seriously. You want to beat me tonight? Go ahead and try, but know this. I've never needed one match to define me. I define the matches. I define the moments. And as Starcade, I'll define yours when you fall short like all the rest. You call yourself glorious, but as Starcade, all you're going to be is another name. And when that final bell rings and my hand is raised, when I walk out still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, you'll know exactly why they call me the National Treasure. RVD versus Benjamin Carter. RVD defeated Benjamin Carter to make defense number 6 of the NWA World Television title. Jordan Grace cuts a promo on Thunder Rosa. Jordan Grace says, for weeks now I've been sitting back, watching, waiting, listening to how everyone talks about Thunder Rosa as the best women's wrestler on the planet. How she's an unstoppable force. How no one can take that NWA Women's Championship from her, and honestly, I'm sick of hearing it. Now, don't get me wrong, Thunder Rosa, you've earned some of that respect. You're tough, you're skilled, you've bled for that championship, but let's be real, you haven't faced me yet. You see, Thunder, you've been running through challenges, but none of them can do what I do. None of them can match my power, my strength, my determination. You might be fast and dangerous, but at the end of the day, I'm the one standing here unbreakable, unstoppable, ready to take that championship from around your waist. So here's the deal, Rosa. No more dodging, no more hiding. You want to be the best? Prove it at Starcade when we face one another. Beat me if you can. Because here's a little spoiler. At Starcade, they will say, and new NWA Women's Champion, Jordan Grace. Then the Von Erichs versus Eli Drake and James Storm. Eli Drake and James Storm win the NWA World Tag Team titles again. Aaron Stevens in the question mark cut promos. Rezar has a video package for a 44. And Alexa Bliss defeated Jamie Hayter by pinfall with a Twisted Bliss for a 55. James Storm cuts a promo for a 61. Jordan Grace defeated Thunder Rosa by pinfall with a fall from grace. And then here's a great match. Ace Austin versus Brian Pillman Jr. versus Bully Ray versus Homicide for the NWA National title. And Ace Austin actually wins the match. And the main event is Robert Roode defeating Nick Aldis in a cage match for a 58. Not bad. It did get a 55 in which grew our pop-up. And I think I said 19 regions or something. I don't remember. $1,000. 33, 26, 37, 12, 12, 7, 7, 7, 7. We're growing. Okay, Alexa Bliss defeated Alice Crowley with the Twisted Bliss for a 43. And then Alexa Bliss cut a promo. We're talking about her match just now. Bully Ray cut a promo, hyping up the matches of tonight. Jordan Grace cut a promo, talking about taking Thunder Rosa's title. Jamie Hayter defeated Melina for a 44. Not bad. Kenzie Page defeated Allison Kay by submission for a 35. Benjamin Carter defeated Leo Brown with a Phoenix Splash for a 41. Kim had a video package. RVD defeated Tim Storm in an I Quit match for a 58 to make defense number 7 of the NWA World Television title. Aaron Stevens in the question mark cut promos. Carly Colon defeated Eric Young with a backstabber for a 22. He sustained a dislocated shoulder in the match, though. Eli Drake and James Storm versus the Rock and Roll Express. Eli Drake pinned Robert Gibson to make defense number 1 of the NWA World Tag Team titles. Ace Austin defeated Brian Pillman Jr. by interference from Jamie Hayter to make defense number 1 of the NWA National title. Then Jordan Grace wins the NWA World Women's title for a 62. Not bad. And then the main event match, Robert Roode does it. He wins the NWA World Heavyweight title, but he attacks Nick Aldis afterwards. 58 is not bad. Not when we've had such a great show. Okay, 14 days and he'll be able to work again. $29 was what we made. We moved up to 26, 28, 28, 28, 38, 32, 28. 6 all in here. 6 almost all here. 5 here. And 5 here. Oh, and 9 here. So definitely we've grown. Okay, so Monday the 28th, December 2020. It says that Starrcade was a really good show. Excellent, to be honest, is what it says. Says that that the pay-per-view buy rate was 179 buys, where we did get 28,000 from viewers. Let's check and see here. 10 grand. Okay, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. The most important of all, though, share with your dog.